Hey everyone, this is Deborah at Craft Project Whiplash, and I thought I would do a room tour today. It's going to be kind of a long video, so I try to do a pan at the beginning so that you can just get a glimpse of everything if you want, and then I go into a lot more detail. So grab a cup of coffee and let's get into it. Do a slow pan. This is my desk here, and then this is our back wall. There we go. Okay, this is one wall, and then over here is the third wall. I'm kind of in a den or dining, I guess it was a dining room technically, so I only have 3 walls if you count the window wall, and then that leads into my kitchen. And then over here, that leads into my living room area. Okay, so there's the rest of that wall there. And then here's my island. And my puppy. And my puppy's toys way back there. Okay, back this way again. And more puppy toys. Okay, so we'll start at my desk. This big chair. I have this desk at countertop height. So my husband took a regular executive chair that we had, and I bought a drafting chair from Hobby Lobby, really inexpensive, and he switched the tops. So I have a drafting chair height, but with a nice executive type chair on the top, so I can make it high if I want to sit, or it's perfect height if I want to stand. Okay, so let's move that. Okay, and under there is my stool, and that's what I put my feet on because my chair is so high. I need to put my feet on it. Okay, so let's start at the desk. So here is a chest that I got at Hobby Lobby. A big F for last name is for our last name. And then here's my little iPad stand that I made. Oh, fingerprints all over it. Okay, and I keep some empty envelopes here, different colors. And then I don't have a lot of washi tape, but what I do have is in that drawer. Those are my colors, and then here's all my like black and whites. Like I say, I don't use washi tape a whole lot, so that's all I have. Okay, and here is my Versamark, and there's also a resist pad in there. And then this is a little key ring that I made that has all the punches that I have, so I can try them out, and then I have the locations where they are in my punch storage. And then here was some tags that I did on my Cricut, so if I just want a quick tag, I can trace it, or I'll know exactly what size to make it on the Cricut if I want to. And this is some Tim Holtz edge dies that I have. So it's just a kind of a quick reference for me to have. Back there. Okay, here's all my StazOn ink, my white, brown, and black. And then here's the few wooden stamps that I have. Most of them are like landscaping, grass, things like that for my projects I do. Okay, tape measure. Okay, and then let's go up. Those are some things that I've made. And my husband made these pipe lights for me out of plumbing pipe. And then this is a storage unit I got at Hobby Lobby. And this is where I keep all of my metal embellishments. So if there's like these labels, graphic 45 pulls. And I try to keep, if I have multiples, I keep them in baggies. But then I have other ones that I have a bunch of charms and they're just loose all in there, so I can just dig through them all. So I have all silver, and then I have like shabby chic and white ones, all antique silver, antique gold, labels are crooked, antique copper, copper gold, and wooden and black. And these are just some vintage like letters, metal letters. Okay, and then here's my ink rounds that I made. I have a lot of woodworking equipment, so I made these. It's not that hard if you use real wood, but these round things that I ordered turned out to be plywood, so they kind of chipped a bit. If you could get it out of real wood or even MDF, it would go really successfully, I think, but that was kind of a pain. But you can't really see my mistakes, so. And they both turn. So I have all my stickles up here. My Distress inks, Stays On refills. These are all refills. These are all Stampin' Up refills. Some Stays On up there. My antique, or just rusted. I don't know how antique it is, but it was out in the, probably out in the weather. Anyway, here's my setup for my camera. Here's my lights. These are just shop lights you get from Lowe's. And I put vellum, 2 layers of vellum, and it kind of diffuses the light a little bit. And then this is just a board that my husband made and kind of rigged up a thing. And these clips help my camera stay level. Okay, then over here is more mini albums that I made. And then this is my Stampin' Up Inc holder that I made out of chipboard. Holds almost all of them. I have all my colors, and then down here I made a smaller one. This is all my neutrals. And then there's really nothing in those. And then up here, oh, there's nothing in these. Sorry, my camera wasn't pointing right. Here is a chest that I got at, I think, Marshall's or Ross, one of the two. And this is where I keep all of my embossing powders, mica powders. And then this one is mini inks, which I don't have that many. My chalk inks here. And here is all of my Sharpies and highlighters. There's a few highlighters there. Mostly Sharpies. Okay, and then come down and I've got the rest of my neutral color Stampin' Up inks. Another ink holder that I made for Distress inks. And then here's the few other inks that I use, like the Memento inks and the My Favorite Things, Versamark Onyx. So I have a little one there to hold all those various inks. And then I made a little shelf. This unit, I guess I should tell you where I got this. This unit is actually a Besta unit from IKEA. And this is one unit here. It goes from here over to here is one. So that's a double unit. So then I have 2 of them stacked on top of each other. And then over here are single units. So there's one and then one there. Does that make sense? Okay, back over here. This is where my cutter, I keep my cutter. I have a little mini one. I have bigger ones, but this one, I bought this one to fit in this space. And it's quick. I can get to it. And then here is where I keep all of my score tape that I'm using. I do keep a couple extra of the 1/4 inch, but mostly it's everything that I use. All my extras are in another drawer. I'll show you. And then this is a chipboard box that I made. Covered it all with typography, graphic 45 typography paper. So this holds all of my tapes on top. And then inside I have all my foam tape and some foam dots, the black ones. And then here I moved all of my ink foams into this little drawer when I made it. And eventually I'm going to do away with all these little finger ones and just replace them all with these. I like these better. So I have a video on these showing you how I made those. And then here's where I keep all of my ink holders, and then a couple of punches that wouldn't fit in the next drawer. This is where I keep most of my, these are all circle punches, all the main sizes, small sizes that I use. Okay, and then over here I keep a small, I have my score pal with a little cutting pad on it, and then my Martha Stewart mini score board right in there. And these are, these units here are totally Tiffany. They are just cardboard, and they come white, and you can paint them if you want to. I just covered mine, really just this one, because you can't see all the other ones. So I covered that one with paper. And this is where I keep my chipboard, whole sheets, and then 12-inch long sheets that are cut. And then all of these contain, these came from Michael's, I think it was, just in a pack. And this is where I keep all of my things that I use when on my projects. So I have medium weight chipboard, black scraps. I have lightweight chipboard full sizes. Then I have the scraps, and then I have basic black cardstock, and then the scraps. And then so on. It's basil, and then I've got craft here, natural chipboard scraps, and then up here I've got Tyvek, my acrylic sheets, construction strips or structure strips, hinges, whatever you want to call them. I keep some of them there, and then I keep some Craft Tex, all my scraps of Craft Tex in there. And then natural cardstock, green cardstock, and then I have an extra one that's empty. And all I did was I took these plastic 12 by 12 folders, and I put a label here. And then I flipped it over and Velcroed it backwards, so it's kind of always open. So that way I don't have to pull it out, undo it, to get what I need out of there. I can just pull it out halfway, reach in there, get what I want to get, and then slide it back. So that works for me. Here's a little trash can that I made. It's just a little box, and I put a command strip on the back. And then right here on the front of my table, I have the other command strip. So all I have to do is, I have to do it with two hands, but maybe I can do it. So that way when I'm working, I can just throw all my scraps and just slide them right in there. And I have one over here on this one too. So if I'm doing left or right, depending. So that was a little there. And then over here is my color laser printer. And then I have a tray of scraps. These are all my chipboard scraps. I had a ton of them. And so I just had to go through and organize them a little bit so I could see what I had. So I just put it in this little container that I got from the container store. So I just keep that up there. So when I need a little piece, I can just grab from there first. And then there's my big TV if I want to use the Chrome. And I can cast my YouTube videos while I'm working if I want to. Okay. I thought I would show you too, behind my Stampin' Up unit that I have here, right inside there is where I have Velcroed my battery charger for my camera. So I can keep a battery charging all the time, and then whenever I need it I can reach in there and get it. I kind of have to take that the ink unit down to get to it, but that's okay. I don't need a new battery all the time. Okay, so I thought I'd show you my immediate work area here. This is where my mat is, and this is what you see when I'm filming. But these, this is my little setup in here. And what I've done is I've tried to use the command strips. I use a ton of them. So what I've taken is an old iPhone 4 that I had, and I had this app that puts a clock up there on it, and it stays up there all the time. So whenever I'm done working, I can just hit it, clear it, and it'll shut off, so I won't run the battery down. So I think that's really cool, and it's really small. That's a cool way to get a clock up here. This is just a little monitor so that when I'm filming, I can see what I'm doing and make sure that I'm in frame. And I can't do anything about the cords, unfortunately. And then here is some speakers. If you can see them, I ordered them on Amazon. They're just little speakers, and I have the wire coming down here, so when I'm plugging in my iPad, if I want to hear better, because my iPad, it's an iPad 2, and sometimes I can't hear people's videos or they speak really low. So anyway, I have the speakers so I can make it louder if I want to, and then my charger for my iPad 2 is right there. And then some kind of cool organizing things that I've done is I've taken an ink round, and I've glued a battery, it looks like a battery, a magnet on the back, and I've glued a magnet onto my box right here. So I always have, and that's the main one that I use, is gathered twigs. I use it all the time, almost everything. So I always keep that right where I can get to it. And then I made this little box to hold my little, what do you call this, glue picker-upper thing. I made a little box that, and it's hung on here with this little clips. So I always know where that thing is. And also, if you ever have bottles that don't, they keep getting clogged, you get these little needle things. I have a very fine one right there that's on there, and I put another little magnet there, and that's where I keep those. So always know, you can never find those when you need them, so I keep them right here on that little magnet. And then this box is a box that I made to hold all my tools. It's just chipboard, and it's just small compartments so I can keep things separated. And all my most used tools is there. And then back in here, you can see I keep my readers up there on a hook, and my all my charging, you know, my plugs, all this stuff you have to have. So, and I made these organizers to fit right in this space. And now this organizer is cool. This one is what I keep all of my pens, all my distress pens. I've got some black Sharpies, different kind of Faber-Castell pens here. All my white, gold, and silver pens are here. Then these are all my styluses, all the different ones that I have. And then here is what I've done is I have those fine line applicator bottles, which are, I love them. They're awesome. So what I've done is I just took the label off and printed a label on my printer, and then covered it with packing tape so it sort of laminates it. You could laminate it, but I just wanted to stick it on the glue bottle, so if it got glue on it, I could just rub it off. And I also labeled them up here because if you notice in my box, that's what you see, not the bottle itself. So that's how I know what's in here. So I have 4 of them. I have Eileen's quick dry, her quick dry tacky glue, and then I have regular Scotch quick dry, glossy accents, and then matte medium, which I love. And then here's a big bottle of Scott's because sometimes I need a lot of glue at one time, not a fine line. So, and then I put this little box on here in the front because I use tons of these hinges. I haven't put tape, I only have tape on one, but I get a bunch of them ready so that when I get ready for a project, I have a bunch of them made. So I've got them all cut and scored. I just have to add the tape to it, and I keep the full ones right here. So then that slides right back in there. And then up here is where I put a hook so I can always find my Tim Holtz pokey tool. And then I put a magnet up here with a binder clip so I can just have a scratch paper whenever I need it. I'm always needing something to write on, and I never can find what I need. So I just stuck it up there. So let's see. Oh, and up here on my camera, setup. You can see I keep my camera, what do you call it, remote control up there. Here's my cable. Gosh, the lighting's terrible. I keep my cable for my camera, and then I keep my remote control for my little TV screen thing in there. All up there, all velcroed. Oh, here's one thing I wanted to show you. It's a long ruler, metal ruler. The back is all magnet. So I just took some long strips of magnet and just taped it under my desk, and so I can just stick that right up there. Okay, then over here is more boxes that I made. I've got a video of this that I will have hopefully put up before I finish this video. And it's just 3 drawer little units, and I keep my Stampin' Up markers in there. These are Faber-Castell big brush pens. These are the warm. Okay, I need to put sticky on the thing so it'll keep sliding in and out. Okay, these are all my cool colors, and then here my Stampin' Up warm colors in here. And then this one is, I've got wax crayons in there. I've got my distress crayons, which I have not even used. I just got these, so I want to play with them. So I left enough room in case I like them, I can put more in here. And then here is, what's the matter, baby? Here is the only 2 distress stains and distress paints that I own. That's all. And then over here I have more big brush pens. Faber-Castell big brush. And then here's all of my watercolor pencils. And then I really need 2 hands, I think. Here's all my regular color pencils. And like I said, I have a video of all that. That's going to be up soon, hopefully. Okay, now this is really cool. I just made this unit here, and it's all out of chipboard. And the top part is for all my rulers, and I've put it on with a magnet, so it kind of catches. Anyway, so it holds it all together, because these 2 are not stuck together. They're separate. So I just keep them together. Okay, so here's my rulers. And this is all done with typography from Graphic 45 paper line. And so I have some big rulers. I got the big T, I got 2 T rulers in here, and then all my various rulers. Okay, so put that back. Alright, and then up here is where I keep my microphone, and then my stand and the cable. Here is my tablet cord, which my tablet is right there. Here is glitter. More glitter. This one's really full. That one is really full. There we go. So it's more glitter. And then this one has, oh, I just did that one. This one is all my miniatures. So all my little, for my buildings that I make with the Graphic 45. So it's like little miniatures. I just collect them as I see them. And then over here, this is ink spray. I don't have a lot of ink spray. I really only have these 2. Some tattered angels, I think, back there. And then here is watercolors. Here, just the inexpensive artist ones from Michaels. Some oil paints and acrylic paints. And these I have put just dividers in. You can see it. It's getting the light a little bit. The lighting is terrible. Anyway, I just put little dividers in there to keep them because I'm crazy. The organization is like my thing. So this, believe it or not, is always like that. It's always like this. My craft room is always organized, except when I'm doing a project, then I have stuff everywhere, but then it all has a place. If I don't have a place for it, then it gets piled and stuff. So I try to give everything a place. Okay, let's see where we already did that one. This one is some old alcohol inks, some Stampin' Up shimmer paints, which I don't have many. These are the smooch sprays and stuff. And then here was some homemade, I made some homemade smooch sprays. This is a Stampin' Up, one of these that I've made into a spray. So I don't have many of those either. And these are Cricut pens here. And then down here is more miniatures. It's like the greenery little miniatures that I found at either Joann's or Hobby Lobby. Okay. Then we've got gelatos here. Let's see. Yeah, that's all my gelatos in there. Okay, then I have, these are all my Copics. All these from here down are all Copics. So I have reds, red violets, yellows and yellow greens. Or, no, just yellows and yellow red, I think. Then here's all my greens. And what are those? Blue greens, blues, you know, just all the Copics. These are my neutrals. And then these are both earth tones here. And then up here I keep all my small pieces of these structure strips that I have full pieces of. These are all the small pieces. I keep all of it because sometimes you just need a little tiny piece. So I keep it all. So that's in there. Okay, I think that's all of my desk area.